So it's much later in the day today, and the sun is setting. As you can see, it's half mast. It's going down. My eyes are stressed out. I don't know why. But I'm coming back on here for the second time again. This noise is disturbing, yeah. As much as I want to speak, I want some. I don't want noise. Oh, it's not very dark. Oh, I wanted to leave the door open so that you can get the light of the sun here, but I don't know. I feel like the noise here. I just wanted to minimize the noise. There are some people that don't, because of the way the timing of my streams are quite inconsistent. Yeah, they are not at a set time, so they might miss early streams or the streams I do earlier in the day, or they might only be able to catch up. And sometimes they come on like at this time of the day. Yeah? Anyways, my name is King, and you are welcome to my channel. Anyways, like the title of the stream is saying, is that how I came about this awareness. God, I feel as if my eyes are crossed, and this is what happens when. Wait. Let me think about. um, okay, so I think they are settled in or something. My big brother taught me that trick. Like he says, if you wear your glasses and you're seeing like double or your eye, your vision is crossed. Like you close your eyes before you wear the lens, and then if you open it, everything gets clearer. Read on. Is he coming? So, anyways, I had this whole inspiration here to come on here, mostly for myself. Here, I just wanted to just be confident in myself, express my confidence, and express confidence in something that stresses me out a lot. I think that stresses me out is the fear that I don't speak Indian. Sorry, I don't speak Hindi. So the thing that stresses me out is the fact of what to do with my channel, how to be with my channel. The light is really fluctuating. How to be with my channel. Yeah, I know you are Indian, DK, but I don't speak Hindi. And most of the time when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I think about, or the night before, is I start to think about what I'm going to present on my streams. The following day, like immediately after I'm done, you get, hello Jesse, welcome to the chat. Immediately after I'm done, this is Nigeria. So immediately after I'm done, I start to think, oh, what should I, you know, present, on the next live stream? And I'm like, let me trust. Thank you, Jesse, so much for that compliment. Um, what should I present, that would captivate my audience, that would, interest my audience. And the thing is that as much as I'm thinking about my audience, I also um want to be unapologetically myself. Yeah. And the thing about being myself is that I am not, I cannot be put into a box in that sense. Um, I've tried putting myself in boxes. Thank you, Jesse. Hi. Hello, Tumelo. Thank you for the compliment. Um, Deepu Verma. Hi, Deepu. Hi. Welcome to the chat. So the thing about me, and being in my interest. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the chat. It's not about me presenting, my interest. Is that my me as a person? Yeah, that's why my name is Alien. Okay. The thing is that I might come across in this, media landscape as boring. I like books, I like stories, I like getting lost in fiction and with, figuring out fictional characters, all of that. I like immersing myself in that world, and it's so interesting to me personally that I feel like, let me come and share it with you guys. But when I come when I come to my live stream to like share it, there's a lot of comments. I know they are well meaning, yeah. The people, I am a YouTuber, so I know there are well meaning comments here. They say things like, oh, you have to be, thank you, Brian, also long time. You have to be a certain way to have a certain number of audience to reach this level of success on this platform. And it's like, yes, I know this, okay? Thank you to Melo. I know this for a fact, okay? Nobody knows this more than I do. But the thing about, the desire to be successful is that it does not exist in a vacuum, and success is not objective, okay? Personally, yeah, I feel like success is not objective. And um that is why the way people reach all these milestones, or the people that we see that are like stars, celebrities and all of that, that is why their stories are different, okay? That is why they never have the same trajectory to fame or to the spotlight, or to whatever. It's always very different. So I was like, if everybody's going through their own lives in very uniquely different ways, and they're still reaching certain milestones that people feel is definitive of success, you get, um the thing that is common among them, the thing that persists among all of these different people, different kinds of people, hello Edwin, is their is the person itself, okay? The person themselves, okay? The difference of every unique individual, okay? And of course, when we all put ourselves into these boxes of what social media platforms or avenues to fame and popularity and all of that, when we put ourselves through that box, it feels as if we are all doing similar things. It feels like we are all going through the same process, but we are not really. We are not really. And I came to this awareness after like long periods of soul searching, you know, not ascribing, other people's success, as a sign of my own um, failures, yeah, not assigning myself or not stamping failure on myself just because other people, hello Dudley, just because other people um, what was I saying? Just because other people are doing the same thing I'm doing and they are succeeding, yeah. Everybody's trying to be, and everybody's acting. Let's say there's a group of actors in an industry, everybody's acting, all of them are acting, but we have different levels of celebrities, we have different kinds of celebrities, we have different, you know, um, uniqueness of actors and actresses, yeah. So that is why it is not a straightforward conversation, to just be like, um, I will, to just be like, what to say, oh, this person is doing this thing and they succeeded. If I'm doing it, I'm not succeeding, that means I have failed. You understand? Those kind of thought processes is actually what this failed system would have everybody believe of themselves, and that is not true. That's not true. Also, the system that we exist in kind of devalues, the inherent dryness of individuals, okay? The inherent dryness. I don't talk about marriage, people. It's not important to me. I will not tell you anything about marriage, so that's why I'm not answering the question. um the inherent dryness of every individual, okay? Hello Bobby, You can know me on my channel. I show up on live streams every day. You're welcome to the channel. My name is King. So the inherent dryness, the inherent boring quality that every human being has, it is being devalued because boring threatens unproductivity. Boring threatens the status quo, you know. And then there's this fear of being bored. There's this, paranoia surrounding boredom. And at the end of the day, the thing about language is that language is kind of limiting. You get, language is limiting, in the sense that boring means different things to different people. Okay, boring reflects, in different ways to different people. And the thing about it also, the title of boring or whatever, is that everybody has different tastes. Okay, so some people might enjoy some type of, presentation or some form of entertainment, and other people might not enjoy it. It might be absolutely boring to them. Yeah, yeah. And in that sense, those two groups of people are not wrong about this one person's or this one source of entertainment. It's just just how human beings are. We're just unique. We cannot see the world the same way. We cannot exist in the same reality. Yeah. And so all of that is just me coming to this awareness, this um conclusion, after listening to somebody speak, about how in boredom, writers, have to make peace with boredom. Writers have to make peace with boredom. Writers have to, you know, be willing to sit in boredom, to just wait, for thoughts to flow into the words that they want to write, into the story that they want to tell. So it requires a lot of sitting in boredom, sitting in silence, you get. And in that moment, hearing this author say this thing here, it kind of, in that moment here, when he's saying boring, like he's talking about boring and boredom in this way, it makes boring, like being boring, to look like this wonderful, bright, shining quality. Yeah, that in this moment I was like, hey, I know this quality. I'm very familiar with this quality, and it manifests itself, so many ways in my life. Yeah, boring, even the content I come on here to create, like a lot of people that have stuck by my channel say things like, oh, this is not interesting enough, this is not, entertaining enough, and how are you going to, like, um be this whole success on this type of platform if you are not interesting enough. And I finally got this whole, in this moment here, I finally felt peace. I've made peace with it here, but like I finally felt peace, with that feeling. And it kind of resonated with an internal kind of freedom as well. There's a freedom that comes with living life on your own terms. There's a freedom that comes with braving this society where non-conformity is discouraged and devalued. Yeah. And all I'm saying is that my stuff, my channel, everything that I do on this channel is not going to be run of the mill. Yeah, it's not going to look like, even though it might seem similar, but the energy will be different, and some people can interpret it as boring, and I've decided that that is fine. Okay, it is fine to say things like, it is fine to respond, with acceptance when people express a discomfort for the quality I present, which can be named boring. Yeah, what I have to offer, on my channel. might be boring, and I I feel stable. There's a stability on the inside of me. It has always been there. I cultivated it, but listening to this person this evening, it was just like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, that's why I'm not bothered a lot by um comments like that. You get? I'm not bothered by comments like that. I'm not. I don't allow it to bother me on the inside, because for me, what people translate to as boring, for me, is just me being free. Okay, it is me being the absolute fullness of everything that I am. Yeah, and it is not even everything, because this is just a very small avenue. This is just one avenue. Yeah, like, who knows how it's going to what transform, how it's going to evolve. I mean, transformation implies like maybe there's something I want to do to it. I don't want to do anything to it, actually. I think I'll just trust in my own freedom. I think I'll rest in the freedom I feel every time I come on here and do what I like to do. Every time I come on here and focus on the things that I enjoy. And every time, you know, some people, it's not everybody that stumble across my channel that feels that way, but every time some people, stumble onto my channel, and they feel a sort of connection in that sense, like, oh, I like what you're talking about, I like your story that you read, I like the books, I'm interested in your conversation, all of that. Like, it's just like sparks of sparks of how to say it, just sparks, yeah, sparks that light up the world that I am living in. Yeah, but especially, like, most of all, and I don't want to come across as preachy. That's what I'm talking about, myself, and I'm making reference to myself. I'm not preaching to anybody. Okay, I'm just being. you know I'm just being. Okay, so when people say things like, oh, be cringe, be free, well, there's a lot of cringe attached to the feeling of the realization that you feel like you are boring. Yeah, you feel a lot of cringe. Yeah, as this, for me personally, there's a lot of cringe associated with it. But I've tackled the cringe. Yeah, so now it's no longer, for me, it's not about even being cringe. It's more about, yes, I am boring. There's boring me. Yeah, and in that boring me, I am also free. People, I don't talk about age as well, so I don't really have anything that you want that you're looking for, people. So yeah, all of these questions is not something I like to discuss on my channel. This is not what my channel is about. Yeah, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm more of a very, that being said, let me now make it very clear. I'm more of a conversation, that goes off on a tangent kind of person. I talk about issues that I observe in my world, and those issues, how I feel um, bothered by these issues, how I feel stressed by these issues, how these issues might affect, the people around me, or even me myself. Yeah, um, I don't think I can call myself a just person, and I don't think I am anything of a fighter. I'm not really a fighter. I'm not, and sometimes the way I speak about, issues, and how I like sort of demand, is a certain level of rightness, to things that I feel are wrong, or to things that I personally, feel can be changed into right, um that is not me coming from a place of so much like internal strength of, oh yes, if you put me to the test, I'll pass. No, it's just like, even in this moment, I feel like, if this is all I can do, I will trust myself to speak about it. And when I'm now put in positions where I can make a move You understand? In that sense, where I have the opportunity to actually do something, yeah, instead of, you know, preaching myself into a corner or something, I'd rather just leave it as the idea that I trust myself. Okay, I'm going to trust myself to, you know, believe in the things that I believe enough to, you know, stand by them, you know, to be moved by them. You understand? Well, that's just what I wanted to say. I wanted to be like, yes, I may come across as boring to people that are, you know, visiting my channel and scrolling by, and it's like, um, I don't want to carry the stress of it anymore, you know, because at the end of the day, if I'm making stuff for people. Hello Jason, hi, welcome to the chat. Hello, good evening Jason. I don't want it to be that if I'm, you know, I don't carry this stress of, oh, you know, people are, you know, subscribing and, you know, connecting with the channel or stopping by the channel. It is on me, you know, to fulfill this expectation of entertainment, to fulfill this expectation of excitement, you know. And it's like, I'm dropping it today. Jason, I'm fine, how are you? Thank you for asking. This is Nigeria, so I'm from Nigeria. um I don't want to carry that burden anymore. Okay, so that's why I would wear it. I'm not going to wear it actually, because at the end of the day, that was to be like putting myself in a box. So instead of wearing it, I'm just going to leave it where it is. Okay. However my channel comes across to, you know, a multitude or, you know, a host of people, I don't think it is on me to carry the burden of trying to make them see something else, you know. Hello Josh, hi. Please subscribe to my channel. So I don't want to carry the burden of people's expectations of my my thing as a creator on this platform, you know. I just want to be in my space and get comfortable in my skin, you know, expressing all of the things I like to express about like my own internal life. Yeah. Hello now. Welcome to the chat. You know, I just want to like acha, be confident about it, you know, and not let all of those things, you know, kind of make me fear, you know, making content at all. Not even making content, just putting stuff out here, you know, into the universe. Then just put my words out there. Let my voice be seen, my voice be heard and my face be seen. Yeah. While I am being fully, you know, myself. Understand? So conversations about, I'm just saying it here, yeah, like I have decided to be free, you know, with people's perception. Free, I try to free myself from people's perceptions of me, because at the end of the day, everything is subjective, you know. Everything is subjective. People's perception of me is based off of their own experiences, you know, and the world that they live in. Hello Josh, this is Nigeria. Where is everybody from? I'm curious. So dropping people's expectations and perceptions of me. Um, I want to be in this moment. I felt so much spontaneous, like joy about it. Yeah, I was like, hey, this is a wonderful feeling, and I feel like I have to mention it as my channel grows. You get, as my channel expands and begins to like reach, you know, a host of people from different parts of the world. Okay, Uganda, welcome to the chat. Uganda and Nigeria, do we share the same time zones? Are we in the same time zones? Uganda not like East Africa or something? I wonder if it's the same time as your place. It's evening here, it's getting dark. Yeah. So. And also, like I said, I don't want to preach to anybody, but I just want to give a kind of like Also to make you feel like you're not alone, in the sense of, say, if you think, you have something to share with the rest of the world, if you think you have something you want to say, and I just want to be this person that goes like, don't try to qualify yourself or disqualify yourself, with the whole box of, oh, this is boring, or this is interesting, or this is unique, or this is, generic. Like, don't put yourself into those boxes. Don't squeeze yourself into boxes that, you know, were not even made for you. Okay? Don't squeeze yourself into boxes. You get like that. Just as far as as far as you feel, as long as you feel you have something to share, as long as you feel you want to share something, you know, go ahead. There is space for everybody, because including the people that are boring, including the people that are not exciting, or people that are not like jumping jacks on live streams. Yeah, there's space for everybody, and there's also the need, to, or not need, but it's kind of like an encouragement to let go of the measurement of success. Yeah, um, there's no need to measure yourself constantly against markers that were not set up for actual human beings. Yeah, they were set up for machines, for robots, to meet. And human beings are not robots. Yeah, human beings are not robots actually. So when you set up yourself for, you mark yourself, against all of these markers, you can end up still disqualifying yourself from, putting yourself in front of the camera. You can disqualify yourself from, letting your voice be heard regardless. Yeah, so all of those things is kind of the major thing I wanted to share, because I felt the inspiration in my own heart, and I felt very happy about myself doing that. Actually, it's not exactly what I got from what I heard. Yeah, what I heard actually was how it is important for us to exist in boring. Like, it is important for us to exist in boredom, for us to remain, to be bored sometimes. Yeah. um the issue with entertainment is that entertainment is always propped up to fulfill massive numbers of people across different groups, you get. And for that kind of entertainment to fly, that entertainment will have to be picking from, bottom barrel, substances, you get, bottom barrel topics, and beings of entertainment, no matter how niche they may seem, no matter how unique they may be. These kind of topics lull us into a sense of comfort. It makes us uncomfortable with discomfort. We start to demand a certain type of comfort, regardless of the price it costs to achieve such level of comfort. Hello, Joseph. Hi. um this type of comfort, according to the person I was listening to, the person said this will create an inelastic demand, and it is an economic term that defines how, regardless of the prices, the demand remains the same, the demand remains unchanging. And for capitalist corporations, this is good news for them. Okay, because now, no matter what they put out for us that are demanding of entertainment to soothe, us, to comfort us, they know that we would pay anything to get it. That's how we got from how many, like, public service TVs to the cable. Now we have like almost 8 different streaming services. Good evening, Joseph. Hi. Almost different streaming services that always threaten people with increase of subscription prices. Oh, if you don't pay, you will not get your Netflix. Or if you don't pay, you won't be able to access Amazon Prime, or Prime, sorry, or whatever the name is. You won't be able to access Hulu, you know. You won't be able to access what other one is, HBO or whatever. I don't know. HBO is on Hulu. I don't know. But in our own country, what we use mostly is like, like it's like we have cable TV, called DSTV, and DSTV is freaking expensive for you to get the full range of entertainment available on their network. You get. So entertainment, is it's not like it's wrong or it's bad. It's cool. It's fun. Like, of course, I want to see something attractive and interesting and comedic. I want to laugh and all of that. But the issue is when it gets to a point where we sort of you know become lulled into this delusion, that we must always be entertained, we must always have comfort. The purpose of entertainment is to create comfort inside of us. Okay, is to avoid the uncomfortable lines of thinking, is to avoid the silence of our mind, is to avoid thinking about things, deeply about things, and about how all of our media has been rooted into just a couple of rich people's hands, like three men at this point. Men, not people, not companies, just men controlling the whole media. And when those people, to think too deeply about it, we begin to see how those people push what do you call it, they push us into consumerist extreme, like consumerism. Yeah, they push us deeper and deeper into the whole of consumerism. Yeah, and it's not like, okay, I'm giving them too much credit here, but like, it's just the issue, with being uncomfortable, with boring. Okay, being comfortable with boring will buy you freedom. Is it buy? You can do not buy you, but like, there's nothing buying, there's nothing to be bought in boredom or boring, because you will be free. And entertainment becomes to be like this addiction. It's not like, hello Joseph, hi. Entertainment becomes this addiction for us. And if you look at the behavior of an addict, yeah, at first it start out small. Oh, I just want to do this just to get past this. And then how addiction goes, you spiral. You are willing to do any the person is willing to do anything to get their hits, to get that thing that they just shoot up and all of that. But that's the extent of what I know about addiction. I don't really know everything about addiction, but that is what I understand about how addiction works. Again, and it's like, if you look at it now, is entertainment not also addictive? That is why the enjoyment of TikTok, got so deep. It got so, like, it lured people into this deep comfort zone that they did not even, like, by the time that TikTok now has been sold to a huge censorship government, yeah, nobody can do anything about it. Nobody can stop it, because TikTok already lulled a majority of people, a massive million of people, myself included, because I just joined TikTok this year, but lulled us into this deep comfort zone where we could never be afraid of being bored. We didn't consider that boredom would be an issue for us anymore. It seems like TikTok eliminated boredom for us, yeah. And because it eliminated boredom, we didn't stop to think, what is this app? Why am I seeing this kind of thing on this app? Where is it from? And what is the legislation around this app? What are politicians going to do about this app that is making billions and billions of dollars for the owners? Are our politicians going to get greedy about it? Our politicians, are they going to get greedy about TikTok, as an app, as a huge money $1 billion app? Are they going to get greedy? Are they, like, what are the politicians that I put in power, I voted into power, going to do about this app? You get, what will be their desire for this? What will be their intentions for this app? And it seems as if they let people sink deep into this entertainment, into this escapism from boredom. That's the word, escapism. When COVID came, the pandemic came, and everybody was running away from the truth. Everybody was running away. Everybody was seeking an escape. We could not move our bodies anymore. We were stuck in one place with people that we thought, we could bear to be with, or we could, understand, but we're stuck in one place with them, and we wanted to like jump out of the roof, but we could not jump out of the roof. So what did we do? We found another way to escape, and that is where TikTok comes in. You get TikTok came in, and it was perfect. It was perfect. People were doing everything and nothing at the same time on the app. People were, losing their mind. There was a level of entertainment, that the type of entertainment that was on TikTok at that point was just like very bottom barrel, level of entertainment. But people still found meaning and enjoyment in it because it helped them help them escape, their reality. Chotaba, I know it's late, but I came online because I wanted to meet people that probably missed, the earlier stream, and also I always talk about this thing that is on my mind. Yeah, that's why I came online to talk about it. But I'll not stay as long as usual. And also, if you are awake, you have to do your assignments, do your homework, and don't stay up late. Tomorrow is a school day. Yeah. um so I was saying, like, people escaped, and that was this person I'm actually talking about that said all of these things was David Foster Wallace. Yeah, he's an American author, and he spoke about this thing I'm talking about. Yeah, and the way he spoke about it filled me with so much encouragement. Yeah, I felt so good. I felt so seen. I felt so, understood. But at the same time, I also realized that, like, that thing I feel that was pressuring me on my channel was also this fear of appearing boring to viewers. Oh, you came on my stream, you don't know what I'm doing. I'm not jumping, I'm not dancing, or I'm not doing something exciting, and it's like everybody scrolls away, and I get people that stay and they want to come from a good aspect of, oh, I'm advising you that you should do something better, stuff like that. And it's like, I don't need that advice, you know. And listening to him speak about all of these things, it confirms what I already, you know, all my ideas about why I decided to start streaming in the first place. Like, I wanted it to be a place for my voice, to amplify my voice, to put myself out here and to see what I look like, yeah, to perceive myself outside of just to perceive myself, okay, and also to share my interests. And obviously, my interests is my interest. My interests are my interest, yeah. It's not going to apply to everybody. Some people might connect with my interests, some people might not connect with my interests, but the pressure here, on social media platforms that make money for creators is that you want to make people connect with your interest. You feel like it is on you as a creator to make people connect with your interest. But at the end of the day, it's just like I'm playing this game of corporate, capitalists, yeah, capitalist ventures, or corporate capitalists, yeah. Everybody's just crazy. King Jonathan, how nice to meet you here. Thank you for saying that. It's so nice to hear that from you. You are interested now. Yeah, I think you connect with my, my interest as well, and you also enjoy your time here, I feel, you know. But like, from some comment I used to get, it's not as if like they are a majority at this point in time. Yeah, it's not like I'm a majority, good evening, good evening, good evening. It's not like I'm a majority, and the pressure of, fishing in the majority at the same time, fishing in the majority. Everybody come to my channel, like, catching people en masse to stay in my channel, to stay on my channel, and all of that. It's like, I don't want to carry that pressure. I don't want to bear that pressure, because that pressure is a scam. You would never ever be able to let go of that pressure. You'd always feel a sense, of needing, like, oh, it is my on me to hold people captive to my my productions. It is on me to hold people to stay. And meanwhile, that was not my inspiring move. It was not what moved me to start making videos or to start live streaming. No, what moved me is me. Okay, I moved me. This is all about me. Yeah. This is all about me. Me. This is a me party here. And it's like, when people don't stay, when people are not plenty, it's now easy, it will be easy for me to fall into this hole of, hey, maybe I am a boring person. Oh, that is bad. You cannot be in the public facing, you cannot be in a public facing position and be boring. You have to be entertaining. And I have been saying for a while, in case you just joined the chat, like I've been saying for a while, how entertainment is just an escapist avenue. Okay, entertainment is all about escaping yourself, escaping your reality, escaping your problem. Jonathan Biko. Is this high praise? Thank you. I feel like that's a compliment. I'll accept it as a compliment. You know, like es- entertainment, was made as an escapist route. Like that is the foundation of entertainment. Escape to somewhere. Where are you escaping to oblivion? Like an addiction. You are escaping to oblivion. And I feel like obviously anything in small doses is fine. You get, but the point where like some people's livelihood are at stake, and I mean not some people, I mean these billionaire oligarchs, yeah, their livelihood, hear that, a billionaire's livelihood is at stake if you decide, if like almost the entire world decides that, you know what, I am comfortable with boredom, I'm comfortable with being boring or with being bored, I'm comfortable with sitting in the silence. I don't want to run away from what is in front of me. You get, and the thing about running away from yourself or running away to oblivion or escaping to oblivion is that whatever you're escaping from does not run away. In fact, your escaping of this thing in front of you just exacerbates whatever the problem is. And that is why all of us looked and watched till now. We are in the states where all of our media has been streamlined into maybe 3 or 4 corporations hands. Before, when they used to tell us that, we'll make 10 seasons for your one show, please just watch us. We'll make 22 episodes in one season, please just watch us. 22 episodes of 1 hour, 22 episodes with 1 hour runtime each year, please just watch us. Now they are now telling us that when we make your season 1, we're going to take 5 years to do season 2 for you, because we are going to pay for it either way. You're going to pay attention to us either way. You're going to pay for our streaming channels, our streaming networks or whatever you get. You're going to pay for it because we escaped so much, you get. And when we came back to ourselves, this is what we are seeing. This is what we are left with, because we kept on choosing, to not be in discomfort. We don't want to be uncomfortable. We don't want to sit in the silence. We are bored. We are scared of boredom. Yeah, everything is boring. Pain is boring. Suffering is boring. There's nothing exciting about suffering. There's nothing exciting about a problem. You get a problem that, especially that feels above you. Okay, and now that we've come to that, I can't say we're at our senses right now, yeah. We're at our senses, and a lot of people are like, how the hell will Netflix be telling me that I have to pay an increased amount of money? How does Spotify come to me and tell me I'm increasing your monthly subscription? Like, why? You don't even need it. Like, why are you doing this? You get, and it's just like, that's just what people, corporate capitalism does. Like, it is there, to convince us that we need to escape. Oh, we need to not be bored, And the person I'm listening to, this author, David Foster Wallace, he said that if it's that we're in a situation where, because the time he was speaking, I guess there was none of this massive social media at the time here, but he was saying something about magazines. And I think back in the 90s or early 2000s, magazines were very, like, the main source of what entertainment, gossip, tabloids, stuff like that, keeping up with celebrities and politicians and all of that, yeah. And he said at that time when he was speaking, he said there are only like what, four different major magazines that we get our entertainment from, and that he's not against entertainment though, but if it's that we have hundreds of magazines, you get hundreds, thousands of different magazines that everybody, you know, subscribes to, you know, it will kind of reduce this massive, you know, sort of hypnosis, you know, that this kind of consolidated power holds over such a majority of the world. Do you get, like, if if we have like 10, or not 10 is not even enough, but like 50, or every country has like 20 different streaming channels at least, everybody will just be there grateful to make their art, because they know that no matter what, there is, you know, an audience for them. People can be more diversified in their production of entertainment, of arts, you know, of media, of different kinds of things. Yeah, people will be more diversified in it, you get. And people would also have diversified styles of diversified taste in all of these forms of enjoyment, of entertainment, you get. And when it is diversified, we'll have to have moments of break time. We'll make peace, you know, with breaks. We'll make peace with being devoid of maybe content, you know. We'll be okay not having like immediate satisfaction, you know, when we want it, immediate heat of this, you know, content. You get, all of us will just be like, okay, so this person does not have, so this person has, this person has. And it's like nobody's going to be holding, you know, your next hit, you know, that is like Netflix subscription, or your Spotify subscription, or your Apple subscription, Apple Music and all that. Nobody will be holding it over your head like a dealer, you know, talking to an addict. They'll be like, I'm not giving you this drug, I'll give you drugs in these small doses because this is how much your money can afford. You get all of those type of things here. So basically it's just like conversations about addiction, conversations about boredom. Yeah, you know, people say things like, oh, I'm cringe and I'm free, or I'm cringe but I'm free. For me, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of cringe attached to being perceived as boring. People say, when you're earnest, you know, I don't see myself as earnest though, but like I feel like there's a lot of perception on me that from people that might stop by and be like, oh, this is boring, this is not interesting, you know. And it's like I kind of anticipate, I used to anticipate it, and now feel like a bit embarrassed because if I'm boring, why am I here? Do you understand? Like, why am I here? And it's like, well, I don't have to do anything to, you know, stand in the public. Like, I simply exist in the public space because I want to, not because I am qualified for it. Okay, I don't have to be qualified for anything. This is planet Earth, okay? This is planet Earth, and it does not belong to anybody, okay? I can stand anywhere I want to stand, and, you know, let myself be seen the way I want to be seen, you know. And I don't have to worry about, it's not on me, you know, to make people's perception of me be something glamorous, something interesting, something entertaining. People throw around words like, oh, you know, you have to find your niche. You have to be unique. You have to be, you know, interesting. And I'm like, shut up. There's nothing like a unique niche. Nothing like that exists anymore. Let me tell you. There's nothing that's not already been done under the sun. Okay. So for people to still be doing the same thing and somehow getting this massive, you know, result and reaching milestones of success or whatever they call it, it's like, that means there's something else that they are doing. Okay. And the something else that they are doing comes naturally to them. Okay, it comes from within. Okay, even if they believe that, oh, I create, no, you did not create anything. It is because this thing aligns with you. That is why it is showing up. Okay, this is why it is showing up in this way. This is because that is why you cannot give the credit to, you know, all of these numbers. You can't say I am a success because of the numbers. No, you are a success because you are showing up. You're already a success. You've always been a success. As far as your own perception or definition of success goes, you are already a success. There should not be anything outside of you making you feel that you are already like, oh, I'm a success, I've made it, in my country we say things like, oh, one day I go make I'll make it, once I make it, this. It's like, no, there's no making it, especially not in this system. There's not making it. Okay, you have to start from the finish line. I already am a success. Okay, and if I'm already a success, instead of now looking for other people to see it for me, I focus on that. Maybe I'm being preachy now, forgive me, but like it took me a long road to come here, yeah, but it's like I'm already a success. I'm already everything, that I can be. I'm complete. So if I say I want to do something, it's just like a blossoming of a part of me. There's nothing new on that sun. Right. Exactly. There's nothing new under the sun, yeah. We hear all of that and we still delude ourselves like, oh, there's something, grand, there's something special that I'll be inspired to do, that will be so wonderful. And it's like, no, what is special is you. Anything that comes out of you, therefore, is special. That's why people end up putting their lives on pause, like forever and ever. They put everything on hold. No, wait, let me find it, let me be it, let me make it, let me create it, and there are so many storylines, so many trains of thought around this whole idea of being special, of being oh, I'm this nouveau genius or something like that. And it's like, the people that have done it before you probably did it in obscurity. Okay, they definitely did it in obscurity, and they did it and that was the end of it. But you doing it and having visibility does not make you an inventor of it in that sense. Yeah, and not to dunk on the inventors, not to dunk on the inventors. Yeah, inventors are good, like inventions are wonderful. Yeah, Jonathan, please stop with this your preaching the angle. Anyway, so the thing about what I'm saying here is that like now take Van Gogh for example. Yeah, Van Gogh spent all of his life in obscurity and penury, and then he also had mental illnesses on top. But there's something that I'll always quote, from Van Gogh. Van Gogh said, if I am to become anything, I am already it. Because a wheat is already a wheat, even if it's just grass right now. Yeah, I don't know if I'm quoting it correctly, but that's what he said. He said to the meaning of it is like if you say, oh, I am great, you get, but like I just have to be this thing, I just have to become this thing to be great. And it's like, no, it's not it's not reaching this point that makes you great. From here where you are already, you're already great. Okay, you are perfect, you are complete, you have everything. That success you think YouTube is going to give you, or TikTok is going to give you, or your promotion in the office is going to give you, or the government is going to give you, or whatever is going to give you, that thing you think like, or becoming an artist is going to give you, you are already it. This is it here, you are it. But the problem, the issue with the world we are born into is that we are taught lies. We are taught lies that no, you can't see everything you are in what you are right now. You have to jump hoops, to get to where you already are. Okay, like I said, we're always starting from the finish line. We are not running to anywhere. We are not running to make it. The running is just necessary for the system to continue existing. Okay, to delude us that, oh, we need to play along to the systems. So basically that is like majority of it. I love that quote by Van Gogh, because if anybody knew what they were talking about, it was definitely Van Gogh. Van Gogh is his art is shown everywhere. People pay money. In fact, it's timeless. It's one of the greats here. One of the greats, one of the classics. But when he was very present in his very real world, in his present reality, he was not seen. He remained in obscurity. Okay, it was his brother was his biggest, cheerleader, and brother was, there for him. And when you see the way he captions his art, he was living a very, very average, in fact lower than average life. He was he would notice a tree and he'd be like, I like the way this tree looks, I want to create it. And he would spend time bringing it to life, and just bringing it to life was okay. Okay. So where where we're now like lied to is when people say stories about Van Gogh and they say it as if it was a tragedy, and it's like, it can't be a tragedy, because his work still remain till today. His work still persists today. In fact, I feel like even if his works, is not being displayed all around the world and, valued for like millions and millions of dollars, like, or euros or whatever, like, it would not still take away the value of the person, of the artistry of Van Gogh. Van Gogh was an artist from the beginning to the very end. It was not the acknowledgement by galleries that made him an artist. It is not the sale and display of his works all over galleries that defines him as, oh, okay, because your work is in the gallery, you're an artist. You get? That's not what makes Van Gogh an artist. And I think that is why he said what he said, that if I am to be anything good later, I am it now, because wheat is wheat, even if it is just grass. You get? Like, since then I've been holding on to that quote. I love it so much, because, like, oh my god, the voices are insane. The voices of um even as I'm speaking there, I'm putting it on my live stream, on my live stream, because I want to um always have it there. I want to always have it there, like, at least in my lifetime. I believed in my own um visibility. I believed in my own presence. I believed in myself enough to say, yes, I may be perceived as boring, but I am free. I am free, and like, I am free regardless. Yeah, and I'm fine. I'm fine with that perception, in the sense, like, it's not on me to change anybody else's perception of me. I know what I am. Okay, I am visible, I am seen. Okay, I like it. I love this aspect of me that is able to stand, like, put myself out here regardless of presence or absence or visibility or whatever they call it. Like, as long as I can see myself, yeah, I'm okay. As long as I can see myself, and and I can, like, share my interest. Oh my god, you don't know how important it is for me, how healing it is that I can just come on here and talk about books, you know like, yeah. And it's not just talk about it, like, some people still connect with my narration style. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you so much. Like, people like Jonathan now. Jonathan would, show up. Jonathan would share opinions with me. Jonathan would tell me, his disagreements, his agreements. He will follow the story as well as he can. And so many other people, like Gorav, like Code, like Raji, plenty of, like, lots of wonderful people that show up on my stream, and they connect with my interest. And it's like, um it just, gives it another level of meaning. Yeah, and it makes me, how to say this, it just gives me meaning. Yeah, to an extent. It's not like I'm basing my whole identity on this year, but it's like it's just like a confirmation that, of course people are listening to me. Of course people are listening to, of course I have something to say. I have something to say, so of course people will listen to me. So I can't I just like, I'm happy that I'm able to share this here today, this evening. And I'm so lucky that there is light. If there was no light, oh, I'll be doing this with touch lights. But anyways, thank you so much for paying attention. This one I'm saying light now, they might soon take it. Thank you for paying attention to me. Thank you for, encouraging me, Jonathan, Gorav. Thank you for showing up. So this is my second live of the day, which is rare. It's not rare, like, it's occasional. Yeah. So anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow. Jonathan. My smiles. How do you know I'm alone now? I'm alone now. I'm a loner, but I guess like when it comes to my interest here, I'm very ready to, I'm open, to just sharing my interest with the most. Like it doesn't matter, who you are, where you're from, as long as you are willing, to converse with me. You get, oh, I will smile a lot. I will smile a lot. you know, sometimes I might not smile, or sometimes I might be angry, but like I feel like halfway through the conversation, yeah, sorry, my network cut off. Sorry, my network cut off. Yeah, so I will see you in the next stream. Subscribe. I have to go now. Sorry, sorry for the interruptions. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. I'm sorry. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good night, everybody.